she talks.
This is Freeman, and you're listening to the Jungle Apocalypse.
The economy is the human activity that consists in producing, exchanging, distributing, and consuming goods and services.
Who are you, Freeman?
Who am I? That is the question everyone is asking.
Okay, John, how did you get started doing this?
Of course, I'm going to talk about slippery slope, because if I talk about, honestly about how it started, then people would say that's kind of new agey, but I'm not.
Around 14,000 years ago, when you had all those woolly mammoths freeze, with buttercups still in their stomach, all that weight pushed down all those continents.
The idea here is to keep the fodder separated. I kind of illustrated in my podcast that if you're a prison guard, if you look at any prison, there's way more prisoners than there are prison guards.
No, I don't call myself an expert. We're all students. No matter how much we know, there's always something else to learn. So.
And now, the Jungle Apocalypse.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight on the Jungle Apocalypse, we have Brian from USWGO Network, who comes by to talk about his case with Righthaven, suing him for usage of one picture for this grand total of $150,000. And after that interview, we have a featured interview with Mike from Patriotic Space, where we talk about preparedness, electronic manipulation, and all kinds of other crazy subjects. So stay tuned, and here we go. Why don't you give us an explanation of what's been going on with you with your website?
Well, Righthaven has been sending me a lawsuit. Now, when I first found out it was not by them, I found out from a reporter called Steve Green that works for the Las Vegas Sun. He tracks Righthaven lawsuits. Now, when I first got it, I thought it was a prank because I wasn't served. But then I looked on his website where he does articles, and I found out that I'm really being sued. And so I looked it up, Righthaven versus Hill, and I found my name on there. So I found out I was being sued, I guess, a week or two before I got served by the court.
So they announced it publicly without giving you any sort of paperwork?
They did give me paperwork. The court gave me paperwork, but I never received any phone calls or letters or even emails from Righthaven.
Well, that's amazing. And so what do they want from you?
Well, for the court judgment, the prayer for relief, they want $150,000, seizure of my domain name, and also some sort of a restraining order, because I read a legal term where it says restrain Brian and his organization.
Oh, yeah, a gag order, basically. Wow. Okay, so what is it what is their complaint towards you?
The complaint is the usage of one TSA enhanced pat-down photo.
For one photo, they want $150,000 and your domain and a restraining order. That is unreal. Okay, so have you tried to contact them to see if you could settle?
I tried to let them know my situation, that I don't have all this money, so pretty much I'm considered judgment proof. A lot of people in the legal departments have said this, and I also let them know I removed the picture and that I'm not going to put it back up. And they basically said, you're going to, you either give us $6,000 or you'll go to court and risk losing your domain and all that other stuff.
Wow. They just don't quit. Geez, that's really wild, Brian. I've heard the stories about them, but I had no idea. So have you talked to legal counsel? Do you have a lawyer and everything ready?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. His name is David S. Kerr. He's from Colorado. That's where the law firm is, and he's actually gotten everything set up, and so he's doing it pro bono.
Well, that's good. That's really good of him. So I just can't get over this thing. Do you know anything about Righthaven, the company?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I've done a lot of research on them. Now, for Righthaven, they're this company that's been targeting many political and independent websites and blogs that do not rely on the corporate media. And some of them, for example, is Western Front America, Free Speech Systems, which is InfoWars. They've gone after Drudge Report. They've also gone after libertarian blogs and pro-Second Amendment blogs.
So just another outreach of the system coming out to grab us. That's a wild thing, Brian. How long do you have before you go to court?
Well, my lawyer's handling the case right now, but before then, I just got a summons, and the court's going to still decide whether to dismiss the case or whether to set up a court trial.
Okay, excellent. Well, at least you got somebody helping you out with a lawyer and everything. That's usually the biggest part with these things. Well, why don't you give out your website and contact information if any of our listeners would be interested in talking to you further?
All right. So my email is admin@uswgo.com. That's admin@uswgo.com. Also, the email address domain is what my website is, where you can go there, and I'll keep people updated regarding the trial.
Okay, perfect. Well, Brian, thanks for taking some time out to talk to me here. You'll hear this interview on Monday. It should be up. So if you need anything, if anything happens that you need to get more publicity or whatever, just give me a call. Let me know what's going on, and I'll try to keep up with the story, and hopefully we get you out of this.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, man. Have a good night.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Fighting die, storm winds of the wind.